Team USA pa rin kaya ang favorite na mag-gold medal sa Rio Olympics basketball competition at ano naman kaya ang magiging composition ng Team USA lineup sa pagkawala ng ilang injured NBA stars? Para sa usapan na yan, makakasama natin ngayong gabi ang basketball blogger na si Chinoy Hoops fan, Adrian Dy. Adrian, welcome back to The Score. Time out muna tayo sa NBA Finals discussion. Isipin muna natin ang Rio Olympics. Now, from a field of 30, initially, dumagdag si Damian Lillard. Now it's down to 25, yung Team USA basketball pool dahil nga sa 6 na injured players na sina LaMarcus Aldridge, Stephen Curry, John Wall, Chris Paul, Blake Griffin, and Anthony Davis. So, para sa'yo, Adrian, what type of impact does this do to the Team USA pool for Rio?
Oh, unang-una, you start with Stephen Curry and isipin mo lang na this guy is one of the most popular, if not the most popular basketball player ngayon sa mundo, di ba? And he's also the back-to-back NBA MVP. So, parang for Curry and the chance to sort of grow the game internationally, sayang naman talaga na he's not gonna be on the biggest international stage possible. And if you're looking at it from a tactical standpoint naman, I mean, this is a guy who shoots from 30 feet. The FIBA three-point line, as we know, is sort of a bit shorter than the NBA three-point line. So, it would have been really impressive to see his game on the international stage. Pero yun nga, he has to rest up because who knows, he might be shooting for a third straight appearance in the NBA Finals.
Pero para sa'yo naman, Adrian, napakalaking bagay talaga ni Steph Curry na mawawala ang kanyang offensive game. Who is the best player to kind of fill up that spot?
I think when you look at yung mga available, so wala na si Curry, wala na si John Wall, wala na si CP3, so their point guard choices are actually very small. So yung matitira si Mike Conley, si Kyrie Irving, si Russell Westbrook, at si Damian Lillard. And I think, para sa akin, the player who's most like Curry, and he doesn't want to admit this, pero it's Damian Lillard. And if you've seen him in play, you know, he has that range, he has that playmaking ability. So I think, as gaya ng sabi ni Anton, 31st addition siya to the pool, but he might be the starting point guard for this team.
Actually, sinabi nga ni Jeff Van Gundy sa isang coverage, if you replace Lillard with Curry in Golden State, you get the same thing. I kind of scratched my head at that type of statement kasi I don't agree na parehas ang laro ni Lillard and Curry, but just the same, Lillard is an exceptional point guard. So speaking of the point guards, do you think na itong 3 point guard na natitira dito, or 4, sino kaya sa kanila ang makakapasok? Because normally we have 3 point guards on this team.
Well, actually, sinabi mo na 3, and for me, I think it might be 3 nga because Conley is a free agent, and as we know, usually with these players, kapag free agent ka sa summer of an international play, usually skip mo because ayaw mo may injure tapos wala kang kontrata, diba? So if you take out Conley, you're left with Irving, Westbrook, and Lillard, and for me, that's actually a pretty good trio. It's
solid
yun. You have a guy who knows Coach K's system in Irving kasi he played for Coach K sa Duke. You have an attacking point guard in Westbrook, and you have a shooter in Lillard. So actually, that's a very good trio that you can have.
Well, maiba naman tayo, Dino and Anton. Mag-shift naman tayo sa center position dahil nga malaking kawalan itong sila Marcus Aldridge. So as of my tentative list, ako lang to. Meron akong Tyson Chandler, DeAndre Jordan, and DeMarcus Cousins. Para sa'yo, sa 3 yun, o kung sino man ang hindi ko nabanggit, sino ang best to fill in naman para dun sa center spot nila Marcus?
Actually, wala si Chandler sa pool. So
okay, sorry.
He's actually not included. The big guys, I think, yung mga choices mo is DeMarcus Cousins, DeAndre Jordan, Andre Drummond, and Dwight Howard. Yung problema ulit doon, dalawa doon, free agents, si Drummond at si Howard. So you might be left with just Cousins and Jordan. So for me, yung choice ko doon is to plug in Draymond Green at center because he's in the pool and malay natin, he might be Finals MVP given the way he's been playing recently. So,
pero hindi ba makaka-hurt yun sa kahit paano yung height ni Draymond Green doon sa pag-center position? Kasi syempre, yung mga European players natin talagang matatangkad yan.
That's true, but like, the way I look at it, you know, the European centers also have a tendency to shoot from the outside. And Draymond Green is really good at covering stretch big men as we've seen in these finals. And I think also Coach K, we know the way he likes to play, push the tempo, run and gun, and Draymond is perfect for that as we've seen sa def lineup ng Warriors.
Naalala ko nung FIBA, ang kinatatakutan talaga ng Team USA, yung Spain. Dahil nga sa tangkad ng Spain at laki. But with Pau Gasol possibly out, lumiit din ang Spain. So I think Team USA can kind of gamble with just including Jordan and Cousins. That is in the event na hindi sumama si Andre Drummond dito and isama pa nila si Draymond Green.
Tsaka, consideration din sa Spain is that Marc Gasol may not be fully healthy because if you remember, wala rin siya sa playoffs. So, if you lose the Gasol Twin Towers, you have Serge Ibaka possibly as their starting center, and you know he's normally a power forward, and I'm sure Draymond Green would like to get back at him for what happened in the Western Conference Finals.
Well, ito nga, syempre, you talked about the run and gun game, the push the tempo, yung small ball natin, and malaking asset dyan si Draymond Green. Dito naman sa wing spot natin, so we have Durant, we have LeBron, we have Carmelo, everybody else. No, may Kawhi Leonard pa na nag-develop. Who do you think will be those two guys who will be, to take the last shot to be those big-time players?
Well, for me, if LeBron or Carmelo are there, syempre it goes to them because those are the guys who have played in multiple Olympics na.
Tama.
They're probably the crunch time guys of Coach K, especially Melo na in sa international game, ang lakas niya sa stretch power forward. The question is, kung wala sila, ano na mangyayari? Because as we know, LeBron said he'll only decide after the finals. Kita nga natin, pagod na siya right now. And Carmelo is still undecided as to whether or not he'll play. Mga choices doon. We've seen James Harden in that
Migs likes James Harden. He loves James Harden.
I didn't want to say it. But as we saw sa FIBA World Cup in 2014, James Harden had that lead scorer role and he was pretty good in it. For me, I would like to see Paul George because he was promised a spot by Coach K after na-injure siya before the World Cup. So automatic na. Kung gusto ni Paul George, he's automatically in the team and he can be that guy if they want him to be.
And I think it's a good story for Paul George, who suffered that horrific injury at that practice game, to come back and play for Flag and Country, Team USA. But what do you think about LeBron? 6 straight finals appearances and another tough series ahead of him. What do you think about the possibility of LeBron not participating in Rio?
If he's not going to be there, malaking kawalan yun because he's the veteran, and as we know with these teams, it always pays to have a guy who's been there before. We were mentioning guys who have been there sa FIBA World Cup, pero it's a different level. I mean, it's probably a step below the Olympics, diba? So not having LeBron there will really hurt, and as we mentioned sa lack of point guards, LeBron could be a great facilitator, even if let's say he joins and my minutes cap or he can't be as 100% explosive as we normally know he is. Just having him there run the point or just executing the plays would be a great addition to Team USA, I think.
Well, napakagandang usapan nga niyan, Anton. And as much as we want to formulate all our lineups, that's all the
Fantasy
time.
GM.
Fantasy GM. Alam mo, pwede tayo mag-usap mamaya kung sino mga final 12 natin. As much as we want to expand this conversation, that's all the time we have for now. Thank you, of course, Adrian,
no problem,
for your
guys.
time here on The Score.
And we'll talk to you soon again. Chinoy Hoops fan, Adrian Dy, thanks so much. For more sports updates, keep watching The Score. And don't forget to subscribe.